We're back. We're back in action, baby. We're reset. We're ready to go. The Hawk Tuah Girl is all of a buzz. Well, this is the country we live in now. I mean, I saw the debates. I can't believe she didn't come up in the debate. Hawk Tuah, stand back and stand by. They talked about golf, for Christ's sake. And the Hawk Tuah Girl is just kind of like, I find her to be very wholesome in a weird way. I know she's talking about spitting on a penis, but I find her to be quite wholesome. And it's kind of brought our country together. Everyone's like, oh, cute, the Hawk Tuah Girl. It's so cute, That's crazy. I mean, that's how far we've come with blowjobs, folks. And the Hawk Tuah Girl even making it on a Major League Baseball broadcast.
Just spit on his shoulder. He was sitting there and went to spit, a little humid out, I guess, and mouth getting a little bit dry. Didn't quite clear his arm and just landed right on the shoulder. Hawk Tuah. Let's do it again.
And they'd have everyone know, that's how cultural this thing is. I mean, she's the most famous woman in the world. It's crazy. The broadcaster could just go, a Hawk Tuah, right? That's what all the kids are saying. Hilarious. I mean, it's wild how, maybe this is what the Bible was talking about when it said that, we're going to fall into degeneracy. But my mother knows who the Hawk Tuah Girl is. I mean, that's how... Like, what is this? This shirt? What is this? Your show?
This is just her. This is the original.
Yeah, she's a cutie. Now she's making the podcast rounds. I mean, I don't know how far she can stretch this. I mean, I'm along for the ride. I can't wait to see how far she goes. But maybe she goes so far down the podcast because she's going to do podcasts. She might even do her own podcast. Maybe we get her here in the Roach Motel.
So would you have her on the show?
Oh, would I have her on the show? Are you kidding me? It's like having the most... would I have the president on the show? I'll reach out. Dude, I mean, the Hawk Tuah Girl's making the rounds. She's coming out here to L.A. at some point. I'd love to get her on the program. I don't know. I don't think I'm big enough to get her on the show at this point. Golly. Hawk Tuah indeed. And it's so funny because she just did like her very first interview with Brianna Chicken Fry. And Brianna is dating... what the hell is that? One of those singers, the Luke Bryan, Zach Bryan, Brian Zach's, one of those ones. I can't remember. It's Luke Bryan, perhaps.
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan. Fuck, I don't know why. There is a Luke Bryan though. We've gone over 100%. This. They're all an amalgam in my brain. But she's dating Zach Bryan, so I think they were at a festival or something in Nashville. The Hawk Tuah lady was there, and Brianna, is dating. So she went on stage with Zach Bryan and sang Revival, whatever that song is. And then, Brianna's like, do my podcast. So she got the first interview with the Hawk Tuah Girl. She has access to those types of things, Brianna Chicken Fry. And, she was mentioning things like the internet has completely gotten every fact about her wrong regarding like her occupation. And she quit her job. She worked in a spring factory, which is wild. I mean, they have those still.
Kind of hot.
I think that's cool. I like when a girl works in a factory. That's my vibe for sure. We don't have many of them here in LA, unfortunately, but I know I'm hearing more and more, and I can't believe sometimes that there are still people that work in factory. And I'm not saying that in like a bemoaning sense. I'm glad there are. I wish there, because factory jobs used to be all like in Buffalo. That's all they would talk about, all the factory jobs that left. And I'm like, oh, so factory jobs just died at some point when I was a baby or like in the 90s and things became tech jobs. So I'm happy to hear that there are, but a spring factory of all things, I figured they could get a robot to make one of those, like how it's just a cookie cutter sort of thing at this point, just widgets and whatnot. But the Hawk Tuah Girl gives me hope in a dark time in our country. I'm so happy that she exists, and I'm happy that the country has embraced her. And she seems like a pure-hearted woman. She's not somebody that is going to have scandal attached to them. We're not going to have to worry about the downfall of the Hawk Tuah Girl. I think she has a good head on her shoulders. I could very well one day regret saying these words. She could be a menace to society down the road. But nevertheless, I do wish her all the best, and I do hope that it stays as wholesome as it is, despite the fact that it's all based on her drunkenly talking about spitting on a dick before you suck on it.